Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. Before we jump back at code, of course, we want to look at the GitHub. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what is currently approved. A few things. Yeah. Let's see. So, what about this one here? Good to me, blah. Maybe the comment blank line can be removed. There are outstanding comments. What about this one here? This one still needs to be replicated. Okay. Then so what about this guy? This changes a follow-up to that. And adds an allow multi-pickup field to the crate collide module. When assigned a value of yes, a crate can be collected by multiple colliding objects in a single frame, effectively replicating the original retail behavior. The field defaults to a value of no. Allow multi-pickup. Allow multi-pickup false. And not allow multi-pickup. Comment I have on here is retail compatible retail preserve retail behavior say a bool cast integer to bool C++, that's fine, right? Casting into bool. Basically, everything that is not 0 will be true, right? 0 values map to false, other values map to true, yeah. Visual performance for this. Cost doesn't suffice to show up, but a conversion via double negation works nicely. Why is it a performance warning? One can read as a convert to bool operator. Mm-hmm. 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 Negation of negation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so either we negate twice or we cast a bool, but apparently casting two bool causes a performance warning. That's weird. Let me ask ChatGPT what it says. What is the best way to cast an integer to Boolean in C++? Static cast. What, just assign this? Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't cause compiler warning. Double negation. Converts to strict 0 or 1, less readable field C style. This is common in C or low level code, but generally not preferred in modern C++. Mm-hmm. Not recommended. Avoid C cast. Mm-hmm. Okay. So just assign as a value. Okay, fair enough. Then so allow multi pickup, preserve retail behavior. So that's actually we do need to negate it. If not, preserve retail behavior. Or we just say, if we can make it more explicit, and we say if this guy equals 0, preserve retail behavior is 0. Well, let's say, yeah, it's 0. Yeah, preserve retail behavior 0. Then we allow multi pickup. Ah, no, it's set to false. Ah, okay, so it needs to be true if we want to preserve behavior. So we need to have it like this, right? Allow multi pickup equals preserve retail behavior, not 0. So if it, so it needs to be false. It needs to be true when we want to preserve retail behavior. Yeah. I think this value needs to be true when preserving retail behavior, so that standard ini files, so that legacy ini files work as usual. Mods do not need to be adapted. Mm-hmm. The init value needs to be true when preserving retail behavior so that legacy ini files work as usual. Meaning mods do not need to be adapted to work correctly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is settled. Let's see this one here. Looks correct, needs to be replicated in generals. Index count, okay. 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 I wouldn't know better. Looks correct, needs to be replicated in channels. Okay. Good, then I will just merge it as this. Newly created condition. Okay. Bug fix script condition selection when editing newly created condition. Okay. Okay. Then there's that. So this one still needed work. This one needs work. This one still needed work, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, this has a bunch of leftover comments here. Yeah. This one here. Mismatch between PR description and the actual file size limits. Place null with null PTR, okay. Code has 5 MB. Description says 50. 5, 12, 10. What is going on here? Okay, so this would be a candidate to review now. So, and this one would be ready to merge, and this one, I think, unless I need to do something here. Let me see, commits. It has a pull number edit, and I think it touches core files. Yeah, so this one is ready to merge. Unless there's a merge conflict. No, there's not. So this one would be ready. And this one is ready as well. Streamline order of net packet fields. Simplify initialization of net packet field types. This one is ready as well. Please recheck. Looks good, just needs a follow-up. Okay. So Greptile is happy with this, yeah? Yeah, okay. Good. Then this can be merged as well. We can mark this as resolved. And this is resolved. Good. Okay. Then let me review this here. Then I think we can already merge this one or this one. Let's take this one here. So we do a rebase and merge here. Recover thread debris effects. Recover thread debris effects. Yeah. Rebase and match. Okay, delete the branch. Okay, then that is done, and we wait for the commits here. Okay. Okay. Then let's re-review this guy. So this one is for security. Prevent malformed malicious files. Major. ChanZH. So, has valid transfer file content. This looks suspicious. What if we have a comment? What if the file is UTF-8 and has an exotic Let me ask chat. New chat. Does UTF do UTF-8 characters? Do UTF-8 characters can have zero chars? Can UTF-8 characters have, or let's say contain a 0 char? 0 byte, that's better. Can UTF-8 characters contain a 0 byte? Yes, can contain a 0 byte, but only in one specific case, the Unicode character 0. The null character is encoded in UTF-8 as 0. That is a single byte. All other Unicode characters contain 0. Any bytes anywhere. Okay. Continuation bytes are always 80 to BF. None of these ranges include 0. Okay, well then that's fair. Okay, then there's no worry. I don't know why I have it open twice. Cancel. Okay, then this is fine. What is this? If data size is smaller than 512, at max, std max. Last dot. There's no extension for content validation. Find matching rule by extension. Matched rule is 0. Check size limit. Last dot is map. CKMP. Data. Maybe use a memcompare here. Perhaps simplify with mem compare. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's it expects the magic bytes, yeah, okay. This one doesn't want to have a null byte in there, and it checks 512 characters at max. Yeah, that one is pretty silly down here. Um, uh, what what data do we? How can we detect a TGA file other than its file name? Detects true vision target. No strong magic number. Every TGA file starts with an 18-byte header. Color map value. Image type. Width 0. Bits per pixel. These constraints allow reasonably reliable detection. Newer contain a 26-byte footer. True vision. A footer at the end. Okay, so if we look at the original game TGA files, we go here, projects, game, generals files, here, art, textures, and then we look for some TGA. Here. So if we open this in a, well, let's just open it in Notepad. And we scroll to the bottom. Yeah, this one says True Vision X file down here. Mm-hmm. 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 Hex. This is the only area. If present, you can identify it confidently as TGA20. If absent, could still be a valid older TGA. Heuristic detection. From when was TGA and TGA 2.0 introduced? Original 1984. Oof. Oof. TGA 2.0, 1989. Okay, that's pretty. That predates the game by a long time. Okay, then let me do the following. I will just copy what ChatGPT has generated here. Copy. ChatGPT. So we have this. And then let's also copy the other one here. This one. Copy. So detects this. It looks a bit weird. Huh? Did we overwrite something else? I'm a bit confused right now. Let me copy again here. So we want to copy this. And why is it not copying the whole thing? What is this? It's copying just a part of it. It's just copying it down here, this last piece, right? Start fragment. To detect a TGA. It doesn't copy the whole thing here for some reason. Why not? Copy. Oh no, that was my question copied. How do I copy this whole text here? Why is it not doing that? Is that a bug? Copy. It's not copying it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to copy this. Maybe we just do like this. I don't know if that would be any good. Could be as. Let's see. It looks the same. Something is weird here with the copying. Like, it seems that it stops at this line or so. It stops at this line here. I mean, what happens if we just copy? Let's copy it piece by piece. So we take this. Man, that's weird. Why is it so difficult? So we have this. It also looks ass. So let me take this again. And we copy it. Let's copy it into Notepad. Yeah, I'm so confused by this right now. Why is this not working correctly? Well, it's missing some scrolling down here. What is the problem? So if we compare that with this, let's take this. So this contains everything, but it looks as. It looks as. But it contains all data now. There is some bug in the way it copies the HTML. Something just disappears. Yeah, there's some bug here in the way this HTML stuff is generated or is copied or presented. I don't know. Something is very wrong. Okay, that's too bad that we cannot. Maybe I click on share. Share, copy link. Maybe we can do that. There must be some way, right? Let's take this. Copy link. Man, I have so much difficulties copying this content over. Okay, let's try that. And then we also copy the link of this one here. Share, copy link. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, it's the same. Okay. It's the same. What? Why is it the same? Man. Now it's different. Okay, that works. Then let's do that. I do see TrueVision X file at the bottom of game TGA file. So I suggest doing that. Go with that. Can go with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else? Find matching row. By the way, what's the progress here? Okay, that has built. Fantastic. Then let's do the net packet refactor next. Looks good. Just needs that follow up. Yes. Mm-hmm. Do a rebase and merge. Confirm rebase and merge. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No outstanding work. No. Initialization of net packet few times. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, delete branch. Okay, good. Then we have that. Okay, so I suggest move this and the script outside and not script, the struct outside the function into an anonymous namespace or file system class. This and the struct outside the function to an anonymous namespace of or the file system class to tidy this up. Make this a separate function. Get transfer file rule to keep this function tidy. Say better make this a separate function. Yeah, because this function right now, it does too many different things, right? Like it defines a struct, it defines this array, then it looks up this transfer rule here after it found the naming, the file extension, and then it does actions on these things. So it does a lot of different things, which is fine, but it could be tidier. This function does too many things right now. So check size limit. Yeah. Matched rule. I this is not great because it basically repeats what was already done. Basically repeats what was already done in the array and the loop above to find the matched rule. Use a matched rule. Use an enum value. Yeah. Better use an enum value in the array, in the transfer file rules. Better use an enum value. I would say I suggest that's not great because it basically repeats what was already done in the loop above to find the matched rule. I suggest introduce an enum. So let's introduce an enum. A transfer file type. Introduce an enum transfer file type and a function get. Just introduce an enum transfer and a function get transfer file type, and then const char file name, get transfer file type file name, and then go from there. Right, good code. Readable code. Let's say more readable code. I mean, the implementation here, it is readable, but it's not great. Like here it does a lookup by string, yeah. And then here it does a lookup again by string with the conditions here. So basically what needs to happen is have an enum, transfer file type, then a function get transfer file type with this file name string. Then it returns this enum. And then when you have this enum, you can do a switch case, you can index into an array like this one. And yeah, so it would be much easier than to work with just this enum, right? Let me clarify this. The enum can then be used. Go from there and write more readable code. E.g. use enum for enum type, enum value for switch case or array indexing. Yeah, so yeah, I think this needs more work. What is this here? Yes, delete buff, compress targets, delete buff, delete. Is that right? Delete buff. Delete compress targets, delete buff. Okay. Yeah, return. Okay, it's not great. That needs to be repeated here, this code. But okay. Yeah. Okay, I think it's fine. It's not great, but that's a different story here. Yeah. Okay, I think there's more work needed here. It's yeah. It's not great yet. Then we have that. What else can we review? So we did review a bunch of things. This one needs work, this one needs work, this needs work, and this as well. Yeah. Okay, then I think I'm done with these guys here. Then let's see. Author. Does Mauler have anything that we need to look at? Yeah. This one, I think. What's the time? Almost 1 hour. Okay, so we have refactor single player load screen. So if that's the case, maybe fix the loading, but I should possibly calculate the loading progress because the video length is known. Why did GrabTime put the eyes emoji there? What is this? Okay. I think there's more work to be done there. Let's see this one here. Just retail instead of restricted. Okay, Mauler is talking with himself here. Yeah. After having another quick look, I actually need to tweak this. Message LAN is the maximum data that goes out on the wire in the end. Okay. Max packet size is the max size a game message packet can be. But it gets encapsulated into a network message struct with the network message header appended to the data, which adds 6 bytes to the start of the data. So the max packet size actually needs to be max message len minus, yeah, okay, to not cause bytes to be missed at the end of the data. Okay. To save the confusion again, I'm going to look at renaming these to better suit their purpose. Tweak the naming and edit some extra comments to affected places. The issue here is the entire handling of network data. Okay, it's a very widespread issue. It really needs refactoring, but there's no clean way to do that while properly maintaining the retail mishandling for now. It's something I can come back to in the future with more network API tweaking. After some talking, I will need to adjust the packet size. Data that goes onto the wire down to 1100. The extra 100 bytes is to help with turn relay headers and extra reliability layers that Go uses. This still gives 2.2.3 times the packet size of retail. This means the data on the wire UDP payload needs to be max 1100, but game messages can only be a max of 1094 due to the 6 bytes of game packet header. Could also introduce packet compression. to reduce required space. Packet data compression. Yeah. In future. To reduce the needed, or to reduce the traffic requirements, traffic to traffic pressure. Help reduce. Good. Then let me look at the code again. So, retail compatible networking. Okay. MLAN max LAN API packet size minus whatever there was before. Static assert. It needs to be smaller than this. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Const max slots. Okay. Fair enough. Max UDP payload size. Retail game packet size. Okay. That's fine. Yep. I understand that. Okay. Retail compatible networking. Max packet size is this. Max network message length is this. Okay. Max packet size is this minus transport message header. Okay. Fair enough. Let me take a look at that thing. Oh. Header. Transport message. Data. There's more stuff down here. Max message length. Header. Data. Length. Okay. Transport message encapsulating info kept by the transport layer. Header. QSend. So output buffer, header. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Okay, so in the header we have the magic number, which I think is all that is, right? No. Header contains CSC and the magic. Okay. Okay, and then what? Length. Oh, but what about these guys here at the bottom? Transport message. Transport message. Let's search for transport message. So in buffer, let's take a look at it. Or out buffer. Let's look at out buffer. out buffer. So do send. Do send. Q send. Mem copy data. But there's more here. There's more. Or is there not? So there's address, port, out buffer. Out buffer. Out buffer. Encrypt buff. Interesting. There's encryption. So out buffer is len data length plus this. Okay. Encrypt buff. And so where do we send this now? Out buffer. Where's the send? I don't know. It says Q send. Where do we do send? Here. Bytes to send. Aha. I see. Okay. Right. Bytes to send. Okay. Then he's right. It's the header plus this guy. Okay. I see. Okay. So payload size minus this. Yeah. Okay. That's correct. Good. Makes sense. Max UDP payload size. Network. And what is this? What? Maybe revert this without poor implementation. Twice. Okay, I don't know why this is happening here. I think I will take a break here. Let's continue this next session. We need to understand why this one, why this is this. Max message len. Yeah. Should have been max packet size. Okay, we need to understand this. Yeah, good. I will take a break here. I'm hungry. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.